Hey YouTube, Irish Air Gunner coming at you. Today I'm going to do a review on some flashlights that I found. I've been looking to do some night shooting, night hunting, and I've been checking into some night vision and some different things. And you can spend up to $1,500, $2,000 on the electronic night visions. And you can, looking into the lights, you can even spend $200 on a light. All they are is your basic flashlight with a switch. So after doing copious amounts of research and watching a lot of videos, researching product information from the manufacturers, here are the two lights that I've come up with that are the best bang for the buck. Giving you a closer look, this is the Cree 502B Ultra Fire. They claim it's a 1000 lumen light, and in the different colors, the green they say is 200 and the red is 175. This light I bought off of Amazon in white for $9, and the green I bought for $10.50. You can also buy the different packages with the battery and the charger, and there's different switches. So to get a battery, a charger, and a light, you're looking at about $12, $13 with free shipping. And the next light you're looking at is the Cree Xml2 The difference between this light and the Ultra Fire light is the Ultra Fire has a fixed bezel, and with the Cree XLM-T6 it's adjustable beam focus. You can also tell on the back of the light there's a green switch compared to the black switch. So we'll get into both units and how they differ. This light here is the white. You can get these lights in single mode, 3 mode, 4 mode, 5 mode. What I mean by the modes are, when you click the back, you turn it on to on, that's bright. Push the switch halfway down, that's medium. Push the switch down again, that's low. Push the switch again, strobe. Push it again, and it flashes SOS in Morse code. And push it again, and it's back on to your first mode, and shut the switch off. One thing that you can notice if you buy a Cree, there are so many generic Chinese copycat aftermarket products that are claiming to be Crees. The Crees, when you turn them back on, they go back to the original mode, which would be high power. They remember the last setting that you had. When you buy generic, they don't do the same. This Cree here I bought in green. This Cree is a single phase, meaning it only has an on and off switch. Because when you use the green to shoot at 200 lumens compared to 1000, this one goes 1000 lumens, medium might be 600, and low might be 300. So when you go with the green, you're only getting 200 lumens. Low power you really wouldn't be able to see with, so I went with the single phase. And this is what the single phase looks like in green. On, off. The next light is the Ultra Fire. The Ultra Fire XLM-T6. It's pretty much the same light, except it's got a different bezel. It is the same back, but this bezel slides forward, back and forth. What that does is this one here is the same 5-mode version as the original flashlight. You have high power, medium, low power, strobe, and SOS. The difference between this light and the Ultra Fire is the bezel moves, which gives you adjustable focus beam. And we'll open it up here and we'll see. That is completely on flood, and this brings it down to spot. And when you get to spot, it comes in a square form just as the LED. It looks exactly like the LED, and at a distance it'll have the actual lines across just like the LED. So it's not a defect, it's just when you use an LED and you put it on a very narrow beam, that's what happens. This light I personally use at work. I like this light because you can go from lighting up a complete room, and you're talking, this is a table, but if you shine the light at 6-10 feet, you'll completely light the room. Or you can go down to spot and take it out to 200-300 yards. I like that light for just general flashlight, but I'm looking for a hunting light. This is why I went with the Ultra Fire, because it is a fixed beam. The only thing I don't like about the Ultra Fire is you have this splash around the center beam. But if you look through a scope, you don't see that. All you see is the center brightness. But also, I wasn't a fan of the splash, but then I realized if you're out in a dark setting, you're not going to be using a white light to look. You're going to be using the green, because the green, the reason why people use green or red is because, number one, animals can't see it as bright as white light, and two, green and red does not distort your night vision. So that way you can look through a scope and you can function without readjusting your eyes. So what's nice is once this is mounted on your rifle, you can use it just pointing your rifle in a general area, and you can use it as a floodlight to find your targets. And when you look through your scope, you're only getting the center point. So this is why I recommend the Ultra Fire. These lights take a standard 18650 3000 milliamp 3.7 volt battery. Like I said, I got on the one light that came by itself, I got the single charger with the universal adapter to charge the battery. They're pretty generic, Japanese made, Chinese made, and you just slide this out, you plug it in. They have different models that you can get in different packages. They also have the similar thing that comes with a 12-volt outlet, so you can plug in your cigarette lighter if you're taking it on the road. And this one here, this is a double charger. They also have the double charger, and they have one that's also 12 volt and also 120 volt. This one here, when you turn it on, there's an LED. The light LED turns red when it's charging. It turns orange when it's trickle charging, and turns green when it's ready to go. It takes about 2 hours to charge. So if you only get one battery and you're like, okay, what if I'm out shooting? They come with, or check the package, these, you can order these for $1. They're universal adapters. What they do is it converts 3 AAA batteries, and instead of inserting the battery, you insert the adapter into the flashlight. This is nice to keep in your pocket. That way if you're in the woods and you're running low on your battery, you can use this in an emergency till you can charge if you do not have a second battery. So that's pretty much it, YouTube. That's 2 descriptions of the Cree 502B Ultra Fire and the Cree XLM-T6. Just remember, when you look for these, I usually buy a lot of my stuff off of eBay, but for these I went to Amazon because, like I said, if you look for other videos, there are many knockoff versions. A lot of people buy these, they buy the shells, they do them themselves. But when you look for the Ultra Fire, the thing that you want to look for is this. When you look at the description and you get your Ultra Fire, you want to make sure it says 2 things. You want to see it as Ultra Fire, you want to see like a cloud light symbol, and also down here there's a restricted trademark, an R with a circle. If they are knockoffs, they may say Ultra Fire, they may not have the cloud or the R symbol, the registered restricted trade symbol, because people are not stupid, they're just greedy. If they completely put Ultra Fire with the cloud and they're restricted, they can be sued for copyright infringements. So make sure they have 3 things: the Ultra Fire, the cloud, and the restricted symbol, and you're actually buying an Ultra Fire. This also is made by HWA with a lightning bolt and YWS. That's the company that makes the original Ultra Fire, and has the model WB502B. And that is what you're looking for, and that's what you want to find. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was some informational. And as always, please like, please comment, and subscribe. I like to hear your comments. I like to hear what you have to say about the videos. So with that, we'll go out and do some shooting. Alright, let's start out with the Cree XLM-T6 on high power. And this is at a distance of 20 yards. There's your spot. Let's open it up to flood, and you can see what a big difference it does. It lights the entire area up. For a flashlight, this is an awesome flashlight, but I'll show you in a little bit. Very nice and white. The next flashlight is the Ultra Fire in white, high power. We'll go to medium, low power. The next light is the Ultra Fire in green. It only has 1 setting on high. And you can see why I got it in high, because medium and low would not really do much justice. and that is at 20 yards. And the next test will be at 30 yards with the Cree XLM-T6 high power. That's your square beam, and you can open it up and flood. The next light is the Ultra Fire white high power, and we'll go to medium, we'll go to low, and there's the strobe, and there's the SOS. Now the Ultra Fire green, 30 yards. As you can see, I'm setting up my camera set up with the flashlight attached to the scope. I have it set up right now on a center point 4x16, and I have the scope set at 4 power. You can see it's sitting on the blind, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on the light. You can see the difference of how the green light lights up. Look at the reticles on the mill dots. You can actually see your dots. I'm not thrilled with the center point, but this is the scope that I have on my 25. I'm setting up for the possum hunt. Now we're going to go ahead and aim at the 20-yard target. Go ahead and turn the light on, and you can see how well it lights up. I wasn't really thrilled how the center point was showing, so I put the light and the camera onto one of my discoveries with a Hawk 4x12x50. As you can see, it's really shining up here at the 25-yard target. And if I go ahead and I put the red crosshair illuminator, you can definitely see how it illuminates much better. Obviously, if you put the green on, the green's not really going to show up that well. It does, but the red obviously shines out much better. And like I said, this again is at the 25-yard, 30-yard mark, and you can see it really outlines very well. This is the setup I just showed you. This is the Benjamin Discovery with the 4x12x50 Hawk Sports HD. As you can see, the difference between the center point and the Hawk is phenomenal in viewing, especially with the flashlight and also with the camera. So this is a very nice setup. This is how I have everything mounted. You can see that I have my camera on an Orion camera mount sitting right there, and you can see that I have the 1-inch ring right there that mounts on the scope and mounts on the flashlight, and that's how you have it set up. As you can see with the scope cam and the flashlight mounted, the flashlight is relatively bright. You get a little bit of splash with the camera here, but you really don't see it too much from downrange. You just see a little bit of a glimmer of a green light in comparison to a full illumination from white light. And there's the close-up of the mount.